that screen. If you use Claude regularly, you've already seen this. And it's probably one of the most infuriating pop-ups you ever get. I made a video on Claude's pricing plans recently, and the comments told me everything I needed to know. Usage limits, over and over. It's the single biggest complaint I hear about Claude. Here's why it's happening. AI companies are spending enormous amounts processing every single request. Charging per usage is now a better business model than a flat fee, but it basically pushes heavy users to upgrade and generates more revenue at scale for them. And this seems to be the direction that every major AI tool is heading. Basically, this isn't going away. But there's a lot you can do about it, even within your limits. So in this video, I'm going to run through why this happens, what each Claude plan gives you, and I'll share some tips and habits that you can implement today to save you hitting those limits. If you're new to the channel, my name is Cian and I am the AI Productivity Coach. And I've taught thousands of people how to use AI in their work and life to make it way easier. So if that sounds like you, please make sure to subscribe and join me on this journey. But to start, why do you actually hit Claude limits? Claude doesn't count usage by messages. It basically counts tokens. But what are tokens? At a very simple level, one token is roughly about 3/4 of a word. Now, it obviously varies depending on the word, but on average, about 3/4. So a 100-word prompt is roughly the equivalent of 130 to 150 tokens. And there are two main buckets that tokens are used for when you prompt it. Number one is input tokens. And this is basically everything Claude has to read. So this could be your prompt, the entire conversation history, any files you upload, any system instructions you have in the background, if you're pulling from any other sources, basically any other context that has been put into the prompt. Then it also uses output tokens. This is everything that Claude writes or produces back. And so sometimes this can include invisible thinking tokens. So it might use tokens for the internal reasoning that it's doing as it's processing your request. Even though you don't see them, you're probably using them and probably build for them. And then of course, the response that you get, it also uses tokens for that. And the cost often depends on complexity. So if you do a prompt like, how do you spell cat? It costs almost nothing. Very little input, very little output tokens used. Whereas if you do a prompt that is looking at a big topic that has a lot of input that uses other sources, and it also will have a long output, that is going to use significantly more tokens. This applies across all AI tools, not just Claude. So for example, if you're generating images in ChatGPT or you're generating videos in Gemini, they're going to use a lot more usage because the output is so big. The more a model has to either interpret visually or produce, the more it's going to cost. And tokens have another layer of complexity. They can have different prices depending on which model you use. So for example, on Claude, we have three main models, Haiku, Sonnet, and Opus. Haiku is the simplest model, and therefore it's the cheapest on a per token basis. Then it's Sonnet, and then Opus will be the most expensive model on a per token basis. So the same question using each of these three different models will cost you differently. So Claude actually has two different types of limits, not just one. And they're basically both stacked on top of each other. The first one is a 5-hour rolling window limit. It basically starts the moment you send your first message. Then 5 hours later, it'll reset. It doesn't just reset at midnight or a fixed time, it's 5 hours after that first message. The second layer is a weekly cap. If you hit this one, you'll have to wait until the next week resets. So even if your 5-hour window has reset, this will stop you from doing any more work without paying extra on Claude. This wall is a much harder wall. One important caveat on the weekly cap specifically, Anthropic unfortunately doesn't publish the exact thresholds for this. They can vary by plan and change without notice. The 5-hour limits tend to be pretty reasonable across community testing, however the weekly ones seem to vary quite a lot. And I imagine there's pretty good reason for this. I don't know for sure, but I'm guessing that Claude probably changes its weekly limit depending on the demand and the supply, so it's hard to pinpoint down a specific number at any point in time. One quick thing to note, Anthropic recently doubled Claude Code's 5-hour limit for paid plans. So if you use Claude Code specifically, you might notice that your usage limits are higher. However, for the regular chat, these are unchanged. Now, you're probably wondering, how much usage do I get depending on the plan and how much I pay for? So here's a quick overview of what each plan actually gives you. And again, just to say, these are rough community estimates. As I mentioned before, real usage varies by model, by the complexity, the file outputs. So this is just a very rough guide for you so you have a sense in your head. Starting with the free plan, you get roughly around 15 messages in a 5-hour window. On the Pro plan at $20, this increases to, again, roughly around 45 messages in a 5-hour window. The Max 5x plan at $100 actually shows on the site that you get 5x more usage than the Pro plan. And so this equates to roughly 225 messages in a 5-hour window. Finally, the Max 20x plan at $200 per month. This actually states that has 20x more usage than the Plus plan. And so again, roughly 900 messages in a 5-hour window. I actually have a video where I run through all the different Claude plans, the benefits and what you get. So if you want to check that out, you can check the link up here or in the description. But the main point for today is that no plan is immune. Even at the Max 20x plan, there are still limits. So the habits and the tips that I'm about to run through apply to every single Claude user. Let's move into 7 different ways that you can stop hitting the limits on Claude. Tip number 1, only prompt what you actually need. Vague prompts are expensive. If you ask Claude something like, help me with my marketing strategy, it's going to go wide, reasoning across topics you didn't need and producing more than you asked for, and you won't get a specific answer. The clearer your question, the cleaner the answer, the less Claude has to use your tokens. I'm calling this token engineering. I think it's going to become a really important thing the more and more these companies charge per usage. Basically, you need to be very deliberate about what you ask. It's similar to how prompt engineering taught us how to be deliberate with the ask and you'll get a better answer. You also won't have to prompt it as many times to get to that answer. I think it's going to be a genuinely useful skill as these tools get more expensive. And unfortunately, being lazy is going to cost you money. Tip number 2, tell Claude to be concise. Every extra word that Claude produces sits in your chat history and gets reread every time you reprompt it. Add things like be concise or 3 bullets max when you don't need a full explanation. It sounds minor, but over time it will compound and save you a lot of tokens and money. Tip number 3, turn off what you're not using. Things like adaptive thinking, web search, or research mode, all of these add extra tokens to every response, even if they're not doing anything particularly useful for that specific task. Extended thinking, for example, can add a lot more tokens to a very simple prompt. Keep it off by default and then turn it on deliberately when you need a better answer. This also applies to attachments. If you have a long document, let's say 50 pages, but you only want it to look at 5 pages, just attach the 5 pages. Basically reduces the amount of tokens by 90% even in just that simple move. Tip number 4, match the model to the task. Most tasks don't need the top model Opus. In fact, the default model that I use is Sonnet. It handles all of my daily tasks pretty well and it's very rare that I actually hit my limits. I recommend switching up to Opus when you really need deep thinking and reasoning, and you can switch down to Haiku when you're running low or the task is just really simple. Haiku is still a really good model. It's fast, it's cheap, and it's pretty reliable. So if you want to go an extra step, you can set Haiku as your default. Tip number 5, start with other tools before you move into Claude. If you have access to other tools like ChatGPT, Gemini, Copilot, Perplexity, whatever it might be, for certain tasks, you can use them first. You might have paid plans, or you might even just be able to use the free version and use the limits on those. One example that I do quite a lot is conduct deep research on these other tools, then bring it into Claude for that context. The other tool uses a lot of tokens, bringing that report together, and then Claude can use significantly less tokens to just read that report and then take what it needs from it to help me with my task. And this isn't just a limits workaround, it's a general good practice when you're using AI tools. Regularly testing tools against each other keeps you honest about which ones are best for what you're doing. And honestly, this may be in my head, but I do think that I get better results when I tell Claude that this information has come from another tool. Now, I can't confirm that, but worth trying for yourself. Moving on to tip number 6, and that's start a fresh conversation when the chat gets too long. You can simply ask Claude to summarize a conversation, copy it, open up a new chat, paste it in, and restart your conversation from there. This will basically save Claude from having gone all the way back up to the top of a previous conversation to find context about what you're talking about. So again, a similar approach of condensing the amount of tokens that Claude is using on a per prompt basis from the whole conversation all the way down to a short summary and we start in a new conversation. You get the full context for a fraction of the cost. Similarly, if you're starting a new task on a different topic, start a new conversation. Claude doesn't need the rest of the context from the conversation you've just had. If it's completely separate, just start a new conversation and then it won't have to read through all the rest of the context and you use less tokens. And finally, tip number 7, use projects for ongoing work. Without projects, you end up having to paste in the same context into a new chat every time. And often Claude will have to search through all your conversations for any context related to a topic that you may have talked about in the past. Now, I completely get it. You need context to do certain things, so it's important to have that in some place. Projects is a good way to confine that to a certain space. With projects, you keep related chats, instructions, and documents together. Claude can reference everything in that project without you repeating yourself every time. If you have recurring work that constantly pops up, let's say with a client or a specific project, get that work into a project. Okay, so there are the 7 tips for optimizing your token usage when you're using Claude. But what should you do if you're getting close to hitting those limits or you've already hit them? First thing I recommend is checking your usage limits before you start big tasks. So if you go to Claude and then usage, you can see your limits here. You can also use extensions like Claude Usage Tracker on the browser or Usage Bar by macOS, and this shows where you're at with your usage directly inside the Claude interface. Also good to know when your usage resets. So for example here, I think I can probably wait 6 minutes, maybe grab a coffee before I consider paying for the next plan. The next thing you can consider is using other tools that you already have. So if you know you're getting close to hitting those limits, you can try prompting in Claude something like, please summarize everything we have done in this conversation and share it to me in a very clean output that I can copy and paste to another AI tool to continue working on. And then you can paste it to the other tools, so maybe ChatGPT or Gemini, and continue working in that tool for as long as you can before having to bring that back over to Claude. Then hopefully by the time you're done and by the time you get back to Claude, your usage limits will have reset. The third thing you should consider is enabling extra usage in settings. This is a good one to do before you consider upgrading to a different plan. So you can see when you come into settings usage, there's an extra usage section here. And so you can simply turn on extra usage to keep using Claude if you hit a limit. And then you also can set a limit. So for example, here I have €17 in a limit. And you can also buy extra usage in bulk if you like. You can see they provide discounts depending on how much you want to buy. I know it's not ideal paying for more tokens despite everything we've tried already. But if you're considering moving from, let's say, the Pro plan at $20 onto the Max plan at $100, and you just need a tiny bit more extra usage to finish a task that's really important right now, I think paying an extra couple of dollars to get that done is way better than upgrading to a Max plan that you will rarely use. Personally, I'm on the Pro plan and I actually just pay for extra usage as I need it. I reckon if I did upgrade to the Max plan, I'd never get anywhere near those limits, and I think I'd just be overpaying for my usage. So you're basically paying for the overflow, not the full plan price. Another thing you could try, and this is more specific to developers, is using a tool like OpenRouter. When you run out of Claude code budget, you can use OpenRouter. And this is basically a marketplace connecting you to AI models on a pure pay per token basis with no subscription caps. So this could be a few cents per query rather than just hitting the hard wall. Again, something to consider before you have to upgrade your plan. So let's say you've tried all of this and you're still hitting those limits and still hitting a wall. Well then, and I hate to be the breaker of bad news, especially as you've watched this far into the video, but you may have to consider upgrading your plan. The tips and tricks in this video will stretch your limits significantly, but if you're consistently running out mid-session, then that's likely a sign that you need to upgrade your plan. At that point, upgrading makes more sense than just fighting the ceiling every single day. So, just a quick note on the bigger picture at play here. The era of flat fee, unlimited AI is ending. More and more of these tools are moving to a token-based pricing. And what you've learned here applies to almost every AI tool, not just Claude. And you may have heard of this trend called token maxing that's happening a lot with developers in Silicon Valley in particular. It's basically a lot of these companies are running internal leaderboards based on how their developers are using AI tokens. So the ones who use more tokens are considered to be performing better than ones that aren't using as many. The idea is the more tokens you burn, the more AI native you look. In fact, I actually think the trend is going to go the other way, especially for folks who are paying out of their pocket for these tools. As I mentioned, I think token engineering is going to become a really valuable skill to anyone using AI tools in the future. And this incorporates all the skills and tips that I mentioned above. Being deliberate about what you ask, which model you use, when you should start a fresh chat, using different AI tools against each other. Getting more done with fewer tokens is the goal, not burning through your limits by lunchtime. The people who figure this out early will get way more from their AI tools than those who don't. But I'd love to hear from you. If you found a way to optimize your token usage or get more out of Claude than the limits allow, I'd love to hear it in the comments. I know my viewers and subscribers are a group of smart people, so let's use this community to try and max out our tokens and save money for each other. If you found this video helpful, please make sure to like and subscribe and join me on this journey. It really helps me grow the channel and make more content that is helpful for you trying to figure out everything that's going on with AI tools and how to be more productive with them. I also have a weekly AI productivity newsletter, and you can subscribe to it using the link in the description below. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Hope I've helped you with those limits, and I'll see you in the next video.